No, I didn't really know anything, and that was also another reason for me to go here, because I'm always very curious about countries I don't really know about. Well, I would say for two main things. One, when I was just looking at the map, I was so surprised to see this huge lake in the middle of Kazakhstan, never seen before. And then I started doing research if someone had done it previously. And when I realized that no one had done this before, that was the main inspiration. Like, not to follow other people's footsteps, but to be the first one to accomplish something. I decided I have to follow my heart. It's gradually been my passion, and the more I did it, the more I felt inspired to do it, and I couldn't keep a normal job and be happy. So yeah, the main difficulty was being sick, because I had so little energy. I could only eat a little of my food, and I could feel that I would get small injuries to my body. I got infections in my elbows and my Achilles. So like the physical struggle was very tough. But I had many good experiences there, and meeting the friendly locals, for example, it always gave me a big smile, because we couldn't communicate directly, but by smiling and body language, it was very good. I will show you a picture afterwards of me together with all the fishermen, but it was always the same. I would see them in the distance, and they would all get into the car, they would drive directly to me. Everyone is going out of the car, and we shake hands and we're smiling, but they're looking at me like I'm some sort of alien, trying to ask, what are you doing? And then maybe they would get into their car, get a fish, and be like, you want fish? And I would politely decline, but it was funny. I think without my music player, I would give up. It was like, I would listen to music many hours of the day. I would listen to podcasts. I would listen to audiobooks. So that was a necessary form of entertainment. If I wouldn't have anything to listen to while skiing, it gets a bit boring. I'm very bad with music. I don't have any new songs these days, so I had to go to my old hard drive and find the songs I listened to 10 years ago. So it's like 80s music, it's Eminem, 50 Cent in the Club, it could be songs like that, and just so many random songs. And now I've listened to the same songs 100 times, so I just want to throw it away and get new songs. So it's very specific gear. If you compare it to what you use on a mountaineering trip, I use pretty different gear on a trip like this. So everything is packed to be put on the sled and to be very quick to assemble. So I have a big tent that kind of lies pre-assembled on the top of the sled, so I can just put it up very quickly. But I don't have a backpack. I have a harness, and I just clip on the sled and I pull it, which is a lot easier than carrying a backpack because it's too heavy to carry. What is special is you have so much time to think about everything, because in normal life you're just on your phone when you're bored and you're checking the Instagram feed, something like that, but you have so much time to think about everything, and it's a very peaceful process. You have the time to reflect about relationships, goals in your life, and to question your true motivation, like to figure out if you're really motivated for what you're doing. So I think it's a very therapeutic process to go on a long expedition. It's almost like meditating. I have this general idea that people all over the world are friendly and nice. Like, even if they're not smiling at you right away, I'm assuming it's a nice person. And I was thinking the same here. And maybe the culture is a bit different than, for example, in Southeast Asia. But I was expecting people to be friendly, and it was as expected. I only had good encounters, and it was so easy to exchange smiles with people. But no, I didn't really have any specific ideas about Kazakh people because I haven't traveled in this region before, so I was just curious. I think the main focus would be on the nature, like the wilderness. Because when I started the expedition, we drove for 10 hours out there. I felt I was really going into a wild part of the country. So yeah, I would say beautiful, untouched nature where not a lot of people have explored it before. And I will talk about friendly people and a place that is actually quite easy to get around when you have local friends.